What do you think this year? What do we do with the podcast this year? We're 16 episodes in. We're doing it every other week. I think it's been a good flow for us, especially splitting the work. It's worked for me. I think that was my main concern because I didn't want it to be everything on me. And you knew that was the reason why, like, I was afraid to just start again because I felt like, man, all the responsibility is going to fall on me. But you have been taking over the editing part of posting and promoting, and it's worked. The balance has worked and the time has worked for us, you know, but things can't always be the same forever. Do you feel like we go a different route? I know the way we started was talking about topics and then adding segments. Now it's just been us BSing. What do you want, or do you have an idea what you want to see?
I do think we should start adding segments again. We just got to figure out segments, right? I see a lot of other podcasts that I would say is similar to ours. They do like games against each other type of stuff. I would like to start doing stuff like that. Or obviously we could take inspiration from everywhere, but I saw people doing like lists. Yeah, right?
That's one of the things I want to try too.
Maybe we can invite somebody on to help us with the games, right? And we'll guess. Like I seen somebody, they did it with like video game stuff where they were like, oh, top 10 worst games in the last 10 years or something like that. And we figure it out. We try to figure out the list or something like that. So I want to try to implement more stuff like that because those are things that are, to me, are easy to clip, easy to put together and put out for people to kind of get to see what we like, our taste. Like for us, especially for you, like movies, TV shows, stuff like that, you know.
And we kind of have the same likes in things like sports, TV shows, movies, games, comics. Like there's a lot of similarities that we have.
I feel like outside of that, I think we personally, me and you, need to kind of discuss stuff a little bit more throughout the week.
Okay.
Because we do have the break, right, in between every other week that we're doing. But I feel like we should discuss more, like throw some more ideas around to each other throughout the week instead of just, yo, you ready for today, bro? 4 o'clock, which is what we've been doing. Listen, I don't mind.
It's been working so far, but I get it. I get it.
Right, we're both busy, but like I feel like it would help more if we kind of just don't show up and start throwing stuff out. Yeah, and we kind of formulate more of a layered plan. Yeah, going forward, so we kind of know what to expect. Maybe we could plan some stuff out. Stuff like that for this year. I think that will elevate our potting, right? Because I feel like we found a good groove with the pod. Yeah. And it's been working well. People like it. The clips be hitting. The episodes be hitting. You know, I do want to retain more subs on YouTube though.
Yeah, I agree.
I think once we hit a certain mark, we can start celebrating a little bit, right? I did have a couple people ask me about the merch.
Oh, okay.
Art of Nonsense merch because I did put it on the website. Go check that out.
Yeah, I'll put the link in the description. Yeah.
So me and Luke can start splitting the profits, man. But yeah, man, I wanna keep working towards growing and figuring it out because you know what it is too. We're also outside of doing our own things and figuring out our own solo stuff, we're also figuring out the potting stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I would obviously love to try to implement a live show. We talked about this.
Yeah, we did talk about doing something live.
I would like to implement more times where let's do content outside of potting as a pod.
Oh, this is something you talked about for a while too.
Right? Like I want to really start doing that this year though, where we can have somebody with a camera, like the food one. I still want to do the food one.
That's the one you want to do the most.
But even like anytime we do an outing, because we do outings a lot as a group. Yeah. We can make that content for the pod, right? Like, hey, the pod is outside today. We went to see like the Six Flags. I really would have wished. I really wish we would have recorded something to put out. Whether we do it on our phones and bring it back to edit it. Because listen, phones have good cameras now.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And that would have been great because the four of us, you know, we're talking about Jovi and Fresco. It would have been great. That's something that we wanted to do. It's just timing didn't work out. But yeah, it would have been incredible to do. And I would like to do that sometime next year, this year too.
We go to the movies, right? Like we go to the movies, we do something like something like that. I would like to just create more content as a unit so people could see us outside of just, hey, two guys on camera with mics and and just talking. I stuff like that. That's really what I want to see us do more of.
I agree with that. I think all of those are valid. These are things that we've talked about even before we started the podcast. Like the whole what was the name of the show you were gonna come up with? So it said something about like Lou Eats or something. I don't know. It was something where you made fun of me.
Lou never eats, but with like the Uber Eats.
It's only because
Uber Eats logo type of thing.
I don't eat that many different foods, and Chris wants me to just try new foods, and that would be the content. Me going out to try new food, and I give my take on it. I'm kind of scared of this. So,
and we had a couple moments. The funny part is we did have moments. Where we did something like that with the coffee tasting and all that kind of stuff. Like Lou didn't drink coffee. He tried it. He tried like 4 different types. So I want to do more stuff like that. Also, like, let's say we do live podcasts again during the summer or something, right? Doing some behind the scenes recording or something, putting videos out with that, and kind of like, I don't mind editing that stuff. I don't know if you would want to, like, obviously we work together, and we would discuss it if that comes. But like, I want to work more on everything, not just my stuff, but our stuff.